نعبده ونشكره ونستعينه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه. أعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله عبده ورسوله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Inshallah, in today's episode of Islamic Perspective in Ummat Awasata TV or on Ummat Awasata TV, we are going to be looking at the issues that border on Ramadan. It is important to start on the note that all the issues that are addressed in Ramadan are not different from those issues that are expected of every Muslim to bother himself with. There is only a difference. The difference is that what makes a difference between what happens in Ramadan and outside Ramadan is the fact that Ramadan being the period the Quran was revealed, and therefore a period of commemoration of the Quran and its messages, we are also blessed by the fact that Allah Ta'ala himself has made the period of the Quran to be special in the sense that whatever is done outside Ramadan, when compared with what is done with that same thing done in Ramadan, the ease with which those things are done, the reward such acts attract are by far many folds more in Ramadan than outside Ramadan. The topic we are about to address in this episode is leveraging on Ramadan to attain life goals. The life goals of a Muslim is nothing other than living a life to fulfill the mission of being a believer in Allah in this world and thereby attain the pleasure of Allah after this life. That is the goal. But there are other goals which are the objectives the objectives Muslims must pursue to be able to attain the ultimate goal. These objectives are better attained when it is understood that Islam as a comprehensive and complete message for mankind, the manual of life, Allah has enshrined in the Quran all that human beings need to be successful in this world and in the hereafter. And therefore, there are cardinal areas of life that we need to pursue, we need to take care of in this life to make us to become a perfect being, which the Ramadan has come to a sort of revive or renew. Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Oh, you believe, Allah has made mandatory for you and has decreed for you, just as He has done before those who came before you, fasting in the month of Ramadan. That is Siyam. And the reason for doing this is for you to attain taqwa, That taqwa is what we are calling the goal. It is a goal in itself because a mutaqin, somebody who fears Allah, or a righteous person or a pious person, which is the same meaning of al-mutaqin, it means somebody who has acquired all the training in Ramadan and outside Ramadan, all the training that are stipulated for Muslims to undergo in order to become a pious person. Once somebody is able to do that, you stand the chance of becoming a righteous person who will be qualified to receive Allah's mercy in this world and on the day of judgment, or in the hereafter generally. There are, according to Islamic scholars and even secular scholars, there are about 7 spheres of life that we need to take care of. And as I've said before, essentially it is these areas of human, we call it 7 spheres of human development, that human beings must develop, take care of, in order to become what we call a pious person or a balanced personality. These 7 spheres are Attain, which means intelligence. It also means your intellect, development of the intellect in human beings. The other one is Ruh, which is spirit, which in another sense could mean spiritual development for human being. The nerves that has to be taken care of according to Islam, which other scholars call moral development of a personality, is self-discipline. The other is the qalb, the heart, which has to do with emotional. That is the emotional development of persons, of human beings. Then the jism, the body, the physical development of the body. And the last, we also have the suluk, that's the character. That has to do with our cultural development of the person, of a person. And then the last one we have Tatwil al-Ijtimai, that's social development of a person. Once all these areas are developed, then there's every possibility that human beings will emerge pious. And it is only these balanced personalities that when they live in this world, Allah makes things easy for them, and in the hereafter they stand the chance of earning a lot of reward from Allah. It is these same areas of human development that are not properly taken care of in the contemporary life, that has made life very difficult for human beings. While we are going to take chance or take time to address each of these various spheres of life, the emphasis in this episode is that Ramadan is a period of training whereby all these areas are taken care of. The spiritual aspect of human life, the moral aspect of human life, the social aspect of human life, the physical aspect of human life, the cultural aspect of human life, and all of that are properly taken care of so that the individual will emerge righteous. And that is the goal of fasting in Ramadan, as Allah has put in the verse under reference. In most cases, human beings neglect paying attention to all these areas of life, or they rather adopt the human approach to developing these areas. These are the things Islam has come to condemn and replace our own thinking with the divine guidance, which the Ramadan period symbolizes. In Ramadan, you agree with me that it is not only in Ramadan we should be observing Nafila, as stated in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the popular Nafila we call Tarawih. In outside Ramadan, it is supposed to be observed, and it is called Tahajjud or Qiyamul Layl. It is not only in Ramadan we should give charity, though it is emphasized that we should do more of that in Ramadan. That is taking care of the socio-economic life of human beings. It is not only in Ramadan that we should shun vain talk, and we should desist from amorous look that can bring all sorts of filth to our heart and make human beings to misbehave. It is not only in Ramadan. During Ramadan and outside Ramadan, Muslims are enjoined to always observe good social relationship with others, so that the outcome of interpersonal relationship in the community will be refined, will be decent, and will make everybody to be at peace with one another. Like I have said at the beginning, Ramadan is a period for us to undergo and to renew what has already been stipulated for every Muslim all through our life. When we do all this, particularly tilawat in the Quran, that is recitation of the Quran, which is very highly recommended to be done in Ramadan, what we are doing is that we are enhancing our intellectual capability. Not only that, we are by that renewing the reminder Allah Ta'ala has said to us. So when we recite more of the Quran and we ponder so much on it, then it makes us a renewed human beings. When we are pondering over the Quran, we will come across so many verses of the Quran enjoining us to do the right thing, enjoining us to fear Allah, enjoining us to worship Allah, enjoining us to appreciate Allah as our creator and as our sustainer. By the time we do all this, there is no way such personalities will not become balanced personality or an mutakin, somebody who is pious. And that is why it is the dua we do, the zikr we do, the fasting itself that is teaching us patience, self-restraint from all sorts of things that when we indulge in, they bring a lot of problem to our life. And that makes us to understand that even the body, the physical body, fasting in Ramadan serves to train the body and to make the body healthier. And for us to appreciate that, ordinarily there are some ailments that when is in the body of a person, the recommendation of the medical personnel will be that one should undergo fasting. So this is naturally already stipulated for the Muslims in the Quran or in our religion. So once you embrace such practice, the tendency is that the body will be given more head, better head. It is just like you overworking your engine. When you overwork the engine, at the end of the day, it will not get numb, it will knock down. And the same way, if we keep on eating and not having any moment for our body to relax, then there is a tendency that the body will get corrupted and even fall ill. So in so many ways, we gain a lot of benefit from Ramadan. Is it the fasting of the feeding of those who fast, or feeding that is making us to understand that the way we are feeling hungry is the way those who do not ordinarily have anything to eat feel. And by the time we cultivate the habit of feeding those who do not have, we are by that helping the humanity, and we are by that doing acts of charity that we can only bring about goodness of the person who is giving and between the person who is giving and the person who receives. So all these are the training Ramadan has brought to us. As I have said at the beginning, there is nothing new in Ramadan other than that this is a period of renewal. This is a period of reviving the spirit and the practices of Islam that make somebody to attain the stage of taqwa, the stage of pious, of righteousness. May Allah Ta'ala make all the Muslims all over the world to imbibe this training in Ramadan in order to come out as pious individuals, which is the only guarantee for us to have peace in this world and the divine pleasure in the hereafter. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.